I work for the city and county.
Yeah.
I'm a drag queen, who's clawed her way to the entertainment.
That's right. And they all know your story.
Yeah. I think the culture in San Francisco has changed just because you can't really have people who have punk rock or alternative ideas still living here because they're not people who have a 9-to-5 job that pays them, 6 digits so that they can afford to live in the average priced one bedroom, which is $3,500 a month.
Yeah.
I mean, who the fuck owns that kind of money?
Unless you're in technology, like you're technology by day and tranny by night.
Right. One of the things when I was running for supervisor in 2010 that I learned was that I think it's like all but 10% of our emergency response teams live outside of San Francisco. None of our teachers live here. Not none, but very small portions. That's an exaggeration to say none. But, so we're not really a sustainable city, and we're not really creating culture and community. We're really sort of doing the same thing that the United States is doing, which is basing things on popularity and cash amounts and number of hits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all about excess. It's not about an experience anymore, or sharing something that's not going to get you wide acceptance and huge payouts. What I see on the Entertainment Commission, just because I do think that a lot of our culture comes from nightlife and street fairs and things like that. People are spending far too much to live here, okay? And it's really difficult. And when they get home in their house, in their condo that was built right on top of 1015 Folsom, they can't take it in an area where people leave their needles in the alley and everything gets blamed on nightlife. So all their frustrations are now aimed at nightlife, and they're really angry at nightlife and all the garbage on the street and people talking at night. And it's like, well, yes, some of that is nightlife, but to keep up with all the influx of tech businesses and their young players, we're going to have nightlife. There was an infrastructure in place that took care of the city before, and now there's no infrastructure and there's twice the pressure, where I think it used to be a community where people were more taken care of.
Yeah, and so the people in City Hall, they're obviously aware. They must be aware of what's happening with the clash between the cultural side of San Francisco and the money pressures. And the politicians are responding to money. They need to get reelected. Or what is going on in their minds?
This is my experience, having run and knowing a lot, and I had been president of the Harvey Milk Club during a supervisorial election time as well.
Yeah.
And there are definitely people who are there for the right reasons and who want to do things. The reason we keep having non-constructive voting from supervisors and stuff like that is because they are there and they want the next job, and they will do anything. They spend their entire time looking at the number of votes. Everything they do will garner them.
The reason why San Francisco is here historically is because all of the weird or interesting people come here. It is a joyous place to just be yourself. And are we losing that because basically the rest of America's focus on money and consumerism is encroaching on our territory?
I just don't think that there is other culture right now. You have this 24-hour news cycle, and I'm telling you, Rihanna is not that interesting, and I do not need to read about her again.
Yeah.
Nor are the Kardashians.
Yeah, exactly.
San Francisco is suffering from a lot of the same things that American culture. Mass consumerism is a horrible disease, and will destroy culture and individuality.
And I'm wondering, with all these tech people coming in, some of them must love the culture, or are they unaware of it?
I think when you're a 20-something and you've just come out of college and someone offers you like a gajillion dollars to work your whole life away. When you're 20, you can do the cocaine and sit at the computer and work all day at the company, and they feed you. And I don't think that they think about their values. I think that they want the money and the prestige and the things that are supposed to go with it because they see all these shiny things projected, and they're so busy not thinking for themselves that they just follow this path.
Because really, our destiny is driven by our youth.
Absolutely.
And if we have to make sure that the young people that are moving into this city know that somebody like you is going to come in here and make their nightlife fun, is going to make their variety fun. Hopefully
Oh, I think
care
they should
about
know
it.
someone like them who's going to do it.
You're right. Get involved. Get off your Twitter and get
Yeah,
involved.
Exactly. Close your Twitter account. I don't use Twitter anymore. I'll stay on Facebook because they haven't destroyed my ability to live in the city.